Down to Statesville, you know the place to go. Drum Landscape Supply, where your gardens grow. From Mooresville to Cornelia, Secret to Taylorsville, they bring the dream to life, they always will. In every town, they got your back. From Moxville to Trumpets, more than that. Experience hands, make your dream complete. Drum Landscape Supply, your garden suite.
Good morning, LKM 848. Happy Friday to you. We're excited to hang out with Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville. But Jason and his team deliver to all of Lake Norman, so be sure to ask them about delivery when you go by Drum Landscape Supply. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Hope everybody else is.
It is
always like hearing a little Willie Nelson to get my morning going.
Yeah, there you go. Only for you, Jason.
That's right. A beautiful sunshine, picturesque day after a week of expected rain. Jason, I don't know if I was just the only one thrown off. I don't know. I was expecting that much rain yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I wasn't either. Yeah, I thought we were just going to get a few showers in the morning and then that would be it. So, but yeah, I mean, it was another good slow rain. So, it kept all that rain from the previous week from evaporating out of the ground. So it was good for the most part. I mean, unless you had plans to be outside yesterday, I think that was a good rain for us.
And so do you think that we're at a good status of rain now, or like we're comfortable at this point, or no, do the plants drink a lot more water than I realize?
Actually, we're good right now for the time being, but you know, the more rain we can get in late May and early June, the better we'll be for the summer. So I like this pattern we're in now. I always look at forecasts. I mean, in fact, that's the first thing I do as soon as I wake up, even before I get out of bed. And, you know, it looks like the 30-day forecast has us for a relatively normal to cooler June with some rainfall. So I'm hoping it's that way because, you know, July and August are definitely going to be hot no matter how you slice it. So the more rain we can get to get those roots growing of the plants that were recently planted and a little bit cooler temperatures is good for most plants. And actually, you know, warm temperatures are good for some plants as well.
Jason, now that we're in June, does it shift at all as far as what you can or can't plant, or what you would advise just to be cautious of, or, you know, you need particular care of?
Yeah, that's a great question. It is possible to plant throughout the year here in our area. You just have to pay more attention to it. So I don't recommend to plant trees or shrubs that you can't get to easily to water, because planting this time of year, just have to pay more attention to watering. So trees and shrubs are a little bit more difficult than, say, perennials and annuals. And actually, we're in June now, and June is officially perennial month. So, you know, most people would say, well, it's too hot to plant things. But your perennials like daylilies, hostas, coral bells, I mean, the list goes on and on. Catmint, milkweed is another one that's a nice ornamental that's good for the monarch butterflies. But those are great to plant in June because with about, you know, 4 to 6 weeks of regular watering, they will be pretty much established. Now, you know, you wouldn't want to let them go another month without water, but perennials are easy to establish this time of year. When they're actively growing, they're going to grow up top and down below with their roots. So it's a great month to get out there and plant that. And, you know, I actually just planted about 10 shrubs and a small tree here at my house this past weekend. So, you know, this is the time I get to plant. I don't have a lot of time in the spring or fall, unfortunately. So it is possible. It just takes a little bit more care.
Right now, what else is out in full force are those mosquitoes.
Yes.
And they are biting.
They are bad.
They are biting like crazy. Jason,
you know what, though? Where they're not bad? My house. That's right.
Because you got the stuff from
I
Jason.
did.
Jason, what's the stuff that Mamie got, and how does it work?
Yes, so that is bifenthrin. It is formerly known as Talstar. Talstar has been out for a while, but in the chemical world, you have, I think, a 20-year patent, and then it gets released where they can make generics. And thankfully, there's a lot of generics of that out there because it's a relatively inexpensive chemical. It's white in color, and you just mix it up and spray it over your lawn. And so it does what's called contact kill. So anything that it or most insects that it makes contacts with, it will kill them. And then it gives you a residual effect, almost like a barrier treatment, so where it'll keep them away. It doesn't contact kill, later on, but having it sprayed out there will keep those insects away, especially mosquitoes. Yeah, so you can enjoy your outside without having to worry about putting on bug spray and different things like that. Just one spraying around your shrubs and patio areas, and you'll have coverage for about 4 to 6 weeks.
Do you spray it on the ground or do you spray it on the leaves? I
I
always
don't know. You
wondered-
need to
I
call
wondered
Rob and
about
ask
that
him.
too, 'cause
Call
I-
Rob and ask where he sprayed it, but it works.
Yeah, so you do spray it on. You can spray it around areas for the barrier, but the place where mosquitoes generally hide are in larger shrubs, especially like Leyland cypress or things like that. You might have a screening plant. They really like to nest in there.
Oh, they like cypress? I got a bunch of cypress. Oh, I was
Yeah.
wondering where they were all coming from,
Yeah.
Jason. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so just spray, the first 10 feet or so, or whatever you can reach there, and it'll help really keep them away. And that is where they harbor themselves the most. But you do want to go ahead and spray the entire area, just making sure you keep it off any food areas. Bifenthrin is actually labeled to be used inside your home as well. You can spray it around the baseboards and window and door casings, and up along your eaves, and that is for like keeping the insects from coming in. So if you have an ant problem coming in the house, or like especially in the fall, if you have stink bugs that like to come in and get in the attic, spraying around the casings, all the door cracks and the eaves will keep them out as well. So in the chemical world, it's relatively safe. I mean, you don't want to ingest it, of course, and you want to wear long sleeves whenever you spray it. But just keep it off of food prep areas, and it does a lot of great work for keeping insects out of where you don't want them.
And safe for having your pets out around it too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
that's
Yes.
important.
Yeah, that's really important. Yeah.
for sure. We're talking with Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, drumlandscapesupply.com, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville. Might have a bunch of problems, but landscaping isn't one because you've got everything you need, over 10,000 offerings, Jason. I'm looking at this beautiful bed in your backyard here. So walk us through. Is any of that from Drum Landscape Supply?
Well, of course, all of it is. So I might have a plant here or there. Sometimes when I travel, I'll go to different nurseries and to see what they have, and I might pick up 1 or 2 plants there. But yeah, pretty much everything you see out here is from Drum Landscape Supply. The mulch is pretty fresh. It was put out within the last month. The stone walls we've been putting in over the last couple of years there, and then most of that bed has been planted for about 2 to 3 years, depending on which plant it is out there. So you can see how much they'll grow in that time period. And that actually is not like that was a freshly cut slope. So it did not have great topsoil on it. And so I chose the plants that are going to survive well with that, with those conditions. So it's all about picking the right plant for the right place. And then they'll thrive for you, because at Drum Landscape Supply, we want you to be successful with your landscaping. So you won't feel discouraged by it. So we're here to help you pick the right plants for the right place, and help you to be successful in your landscape. And it doesn't just stop whenever we help you pick the plant out and you check out. It goes on from there. So if you have questions along the way, 1, 2, 3, 5 years later, glad to help out with that as well.
Jason, you've been doing this quite some time, over a decade, almost 2 decades. I'm curious, between the nursery, between like the hardscaping, between the block, all the different stuff that you got, do you have a favorite, or is that like picking a favorite child? What do you enjoy the most?
Yeah, so 2 things I enjoy the most out there are plants, if you can't tell. I really enjoy finding new plants, different plants, but plants that really work is the main thing, not just something that's unique and doesn't work. So if it's something new, I'll usually trial it at my house before I start recommending it. But then also the natural stone. That's something that, ever since I was a kid, I've loved finding different rocks and quartz and, different things like that. And then, so I travel to most of the places where we buy our stone from Virginia to Tennessee, down into Georgia, different places. And as I like to see it firsthand, I like to see their operations, and I just like to see different, unique stones. So between those 2 things, those are my favorites. But then the grass seed going out to Oregon and meeting with those farmers and getting our own special blend, that has to be up there as well. That's one of my favorite things.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply. We so appreciate you, sir. Your one-stop local landscape shop. He's got everything you need. Go by and see him in Statesville, and he delivers to all of Lake Norman. Jason, we so appreciate you. Happy June, sir. Hope you have a great weekend. Look forward to chatting with you on Tuesday.
All right. Hope everybody does the same. Get out there and enjoy this beautiful weather.
Absolutely. See you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
See y'all.
All right, good morning, LKM fam. It's been a week.
It has been a week. We did it, guys.
We did it all together. It's gonna be a hot summer.
It is.
It's definitely gonna be a hot summer. And hope you have a great weekend. Come out to the local market.
Yes, Shop QC local market at Burkdale Village on Sunday, 11 to 4. Over 28 vendors will be out there, and it's my birthday, so come out and say hey.
And it's Mames's birthday.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday,
Thank
Mames.
you. Thanks very much.
Your name will probably end up on the wheel with Patrick Reynolds, a host of the Home Ad Show Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating those birthdays and anniversaries, that's also how you win Peebo Bryson tickets.
Right.
Today's the last day to do it. So if you got a birthday, you got an anniversary, you've got a friend with a birthday or anniversary, you've got a goldfish you just adopted that has an anniversary now, you can call them in, put them on the prize wheel. 10:45. That's when Patrick's going to spin it. Be sure you're there. After that, it is Friday, so there's some stuff going on. 11 to noon today on Friday. You've got the Scoreboard with Joe Berg talking some sports, some local action.
Yep, sponsored by the Harbor Hippos.
That's
too.
right. Congrats on some wins, too, the Harbor
great job, Hippos.
Very cool. Noon to 3, you got the Todd Starn Show. I don't know if they'll have anything to talk about federally today.
Just a little bit.
There isn't a beef going down between two folks that make decisions in this world, but who knows? We'll see what he talks about today. 3 to 4 o'clock, you've got Beyond the Blue Pin. Great conversation. I was actually on there. Shout out to Michael Waltrip Tap Room and their crew going on now, too. And then 4 o'clock, Dr. Fred.
I'm burning.